Our top videos on YouTube all have to do with nanny interviewing. Our top video has almost 40,000 views. I can't even believe it. Clearly, nannies need help with interview techniques, interview tips, and today I'm gonna give you another one. We're gonna talk about when you get asked the question, what do you like least about being a nanny? If we haven't met before, I'm Michelle Kelsey, founder of the Nanny Solution by Nannies on Call. Each week, I bring you new videos to educate and inspire you to get better jobs and make more money. Let's jump right into some good answers for this interview question. What do you like least about being a nanny comes up quite a bit, and I've heard a whole variety of answers. So today, let's see, is it better to be truthful? Is it better to have an answer already made up? Well, I think the answer is to be truthful. The interview process is to help you find a good fit, so a good family that you're going to be happy working for. If you lie and say, I love being a nanny because I get to work on my own all day, but really you feel isolated in that role, it's better to say the most difficult part about being a nanny is feeling isolated. There's nothing wrong with that answer. So let me give you a few examples of great answers I've heard that might fit how you're feeling in your nanny role. Number one is how isolating it feels. We just went over that, and it really is, it's a true answer, right? If you're working with the kids alone, the parents are at work, you don't have any interaction with other adults. If you're with really young ones that don't talk yet, you're not even interacting with them, but it can feel very lonely. And I know a lot of stay-at-home moms feel exactly the same way. Telling a family that you feel that being a nanny can be isolating, and then how you solve that is the way to answer this. Answering the question, what do you like least about being a nanny, with sometimes I find it can be quite isolating. How I've dealt with this in the past is I've been able to take the children out to play groups or the playground where I'm able to interact with other mothers or nannies. Giving them a solution to what your problem is a fantastic answer. I often hear one of the hardest parts about being a nanny, and one of the things nannies like the least, is how they have to leave the children. So the children, you start when the children are young, they grow up, they go on to school, and the family no longer needs you. So saying goodbye can be really difficult. And that's a perfectly good answer. Saying that you enjoy starting when kids are young, sending them off to school and seeing how they grow, but it's still very sad as they grow and no longer need you. I hear this answer all the time. What do you like least about being a nanny? I often hear nannies say that when they aren't trusted or have good communication with the family. I think this is a great one to bring up in an interview because it certainly is one of the number one problems in the field. So if you bring it up, it can spark other conversations around what do you feel is good conversation and what does it look like if the parents trust you. These are all great questions and they lead to other questions. So that's a great answer. I see this one all over the nanny boards and I hear nannies say it all the time, and it's when someone asks you when you're going to get a real job. That is so frustrating. Like, raising the next generation is not a real job. As far as I'm concerned, it's the most important job. So this one might feel right for you to answer. The next one is similar to communication and trust, and it's when parents don't work with the nanny as a team. This can be very frustrating to nannies, and it's a good answer that also then will lead to other questions and another discussion, so you can make sure you're getting the right fit with the family. It's really important to be on the same team with the parents and the nannies. This can be a great answer to the question, what do you like least about working as a nanny? This next one's similar to how isolating it is, but a lack of coworkers. Nannies do not have coworkers to interact with, to discuss situations with. Nanny Facebook groups and social groups are really a great way for nannies to find these coworkers, but on a day-to-day basis, there is no one to talk to and interact with. So this can also be a great answer to the question. When parents aren't on the same page, it can really lead to some problems. So if dad tells you one thing and mom tells you another thing, then the caregiver is getting mixed messages and the nanny's getting mixed messages, and this can be incredibly difficult. I've heard nannies answer, what do you like least about being a nanny? Talk about when parents aren't on the same page. is really frustrating and difficult for them to do their job well. That's just a handful of ideas of what you can use to answer the questions, what do you like least about working as a nanny when you're being interviewed? You really can't go wrong. You do need to be honest. Honesty is the best policy here. There aren't wrong answers, because if you answer the question wrong, that family wasn't right for you, and you need to move on to the next interview and find the right family and the right fit for you. If you need more tips on nanny interviews, I'll put the playlist we have up in the corner there, and you can watch all of the most popular videos that we have on nanny interviews. And I hope you have a good week, and we will see you next Saturday. Bye.